Okay, so today is the 1st of April, 2025, Monday, Crazy Market Talk with KEL once again. All right, so as I was just saying this morning, that 21st of April, and it seems that no one talk about it's a joke anymore, April Fool joke. Last time you used to do that, but now apparently people don't do that anymore. I think the prank is over. But more important thing is that now today the stock market recovered last night. So is it going to be a prank or is it the bottom of the market? Let's go into detail right now. But before that, let's just make sure that disclaimer apply as usual. Please do me a favor, always do your risk assessment before you engage trading. Okay, very, very important. Okay, let's go to the chart right now. Okay, so this morning we have already made profit from gold. Now, of course, again, someone has asked me, Kel, I thought you said morning don't trade gold. Why you traded? Now, the thing is this, I trade because I saw an opportunity, and obviously the reason for that has many too. One good reason is because of this, that the market is above the OP and above the MLP, right? So basically the market is very bullish. Then even though yes, now at 3135 is really high, but based on what we are seeing right now, the dollar can still continue weaken. And if the dollar weaken, then naturally, so you do expect the gold to go higher. That is a fact of the matter now. But if you tell me now to buy more gold, buy 10 lot, 20 lots here, nah, I will be buying because this is a really a very high price. And the justification itself is not really worth it. Of course, you will say, but Kel, but the people are saying 3003, 2005. I understand. But to me itself, 3150 is my personal last target. Now, anything higher than that itself, right? I'm really not comfortable. Now, day to day, buy and make money. Maybe you can see 3177, 3199, all these things. But then I will just buy and trade to make my money. If you ask me now at this point to buy and hold and make money from the market, I don't think so. I'm not comfortable at all. So guys, don't need to ask me anything above 3150. I'm really not comfortable to buy. I'll be doing a gold MAO very shortly because this gold MAO is supposed to be done 1 month ago, but I have so many things in my mind. I have no time for that. Yeah, apology. Okay, so for gold itself right now today, you can see that the gold a pivot one is at 3141. So it's pretty near to my target, yeah, of 3150. So if gold really go up to 3141, I think there will be some resistance there, yeah. So if the market goes up to 3141 and pull back, then of course you may consider take a short swing position if you really want to do that. Okay, but I want to share with you the very important about the KCL, which later on during the revision we'll go through this again. So you can see that as long as the KCL that is, when market trade above the KCL is a very, very strong bullish signal. Yeah. So this one, please take note of that. Now the KSI and the KCX are all bullish, so there's no reason for you to stay on the sell side for time being. All right, unless the market breaks below OP. Now I want to show something very important. Just give me a short moment, show you some conventional chart. Yeah, just give me a while. Okay, just find a conventional chart, okay, for your understanding so that you bring in gold. So you guys see, take a look, yeah. I mean, let's take a very simple, fast look here, and you see for yourself. Whenever the market comes down, right, at the peak of every market, okay, you will notice that there's always one key factor is that the market has to trade below OP. Can you see that? I mean, that is the only way for a price to come down. So you see, if the market is above OP, right, don't expect the price to go down. That is my point. So last few days, I saw some student actually shorted the market, and I was kind of like, huh, why? And they tell me because it's very overbought by the market, and the H1 or H4 chart is real overbought. And again, some trainers say this will go down and blah, blah, blah. I mean, guys, I want to repeat to you the 10,000 times. If the market want to come down, it will have to trade below OP. It's as simple as that, okay? So if the market don't trade below OP, right, then you just don't need to bother so much. Just follow the wave, okay? It's as simple as that. All right, if all clear, press number 1 right now. Okay? All right, so no below OP, don't bother to short the market. If you want to do a swing trade from the top, then do your own risk assessment. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to not be able to help you on that point. Okay, let's look at today's goal 5 minute and just do a quick recap on what happened. Yeah, so you see what happened. Okay, so start of the day in the morning, obviously for the Tuesday morning, I don't think the gold will move much, right? So we don't really bother in the morning, first part of the day. Then after that, there was some selling on gold. Okay, fair enough. And then you notice the KCX was blinking. So I know that we may see a bottoming soon. Now, I told you before that in a market that's bullish, the KCX on a 5-minute chart is really deadly, all right, very powerful. So you can see right now that it's a diamond right here itself, and you just have to place a line like this, correct? You just need to place a line at the closing price. Pardon my drawing, but this is freehand. Okay, and then what you need to do, you just have to buy here. Okay, you just have to buy there, and then stop loss, right? You can put it here or you can put it here. So A or B. Now, of course, if you take a range of smaller, you can see that the profit itself is at least 3 times. Okay. Now, if you use the entry to the stop loss here, the profit itself will become only 2 times. All right. So it's really dependent how you see your risk, involved. So it doesn't mean that you put a bigger amount of money itself, right? Then you will make more money. It depends really on your entry to a stop loss that you select. Then after that, you get your lot size accordingly. All right. So some of you will say, "Kel, how come your losses always vary, right?" Of course, I calculate according to how much I can risk, correct now. Okay. So after you have purchased your gold, okay, then the market may have new diamonds, right? You just have to shift them accordingly. So the next one is actually here. Then the next one will be actually here. Okay. So you notice, right, the market purposely come down to test the market before moving up again. And when it recover, right, see, it purposely come down to test the market. You see that the boys really know how to play this game. They know they'll use these tails to play with you so that they can stop you out before you make the rally. All right, this is a very typical thing that market do. Okay, so now where could it go next? Let's bring it down. You notice that the next target will be the pivot one. If the market can stay above the KTR plus one, then the next target will be pivot one at 31.41. Okay, 31.41. And of course, you look, come on, you look it down again. You will see that KTR plus 2, KTR plus 2 is actually 3148. So I think gold will be going for 3148 if the market actually breaks above pivot one later. Okay? So I've given you my take for today, though I'll let you decide. Yeah, all clear? If all clear, press number 2. Now I repeat myself, if you want to trade this particular trade, there's only one key thing to do, is to ensure you buy above KTR plus 1 and put a stop loss, right below KTR plus 1. So you will not be caught, all right? Because you must understand that the market can still go up and then maybe come back down. All is possible. So this one, please make sure that you do your assessment, yeah, properly. Okay, so let's just look at the next market right now. Okay, it's Dow Jones. Okay, hold on. I forgot about this issue. Oh, sorry, my bad. Just give me a moment. Okay, just give me a moment. Just need to change my account. Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is where it get very interesting. Okay, so when the market was going up itself, you notice that the KSI was red in color. Then after that, within a few days, the market collapsed. But when it was collapsing, the KSI turned green color. So that really tells you that my KSI got nothing to do with the price action. Then how to read this? Very simple. Yesterday, when the market basically opens here, yesterday, it went down first initially. Then after that, it went back up. And once it go above OP, the KSI kick in. That's why yesterday the rally was strong and powerful. Okay, so now today, what happened? Now today's OP is 41,941. So which means that now today is trading below OP, right? So below OP, we are subjected to sell the market. But because the KSI is green, then just sell a smaller quantity. That's how it works. Then the target itself, right? Most likely the first one on the bottom will be MLP, right? Because of where you look at it downwards, the nearest support line is at 41,647. That is the MLP. And then the KCB, which stack with 41,38.8 of the pivot, is 41,357. So which means that if the market do break MLP, then the market can really nosedive to 41,357 or 41,388. So this is how I see it. But with the KSI green, it's very difficult for the market to really come down at the moment. Maybe you'll come down for a short moment and then the buying will come back in again. So if you ask me itself, right, with the moving average MA30 and MA200 all on top of me, the downside pressure is strong. But because the KSI is green, you don't expect the market to crash just like that. When the market is like, recovery, but the KSI is red. So once the market turns with the below trade with the OP, right, then the selling comes in. So now we have a bit of different. The KSI is green. So you need to be very careful on that. Okay. All right. It's all clear. Press next number 3 right now. Okay, so now let's look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is 55.99. Now, I think some of you have been asking me, Kel, I mean, really, do you think the S&P will go down lower? I said, very simple, guys. We follow the chart. If there's no reason for you to buy, look at it. It's below OP now. It's below MA30, below MA200, right? And the KSI are red, the K6 are blue. So the bearishness is still there. Now you can see today the market hit the MLP very nicely and then rebound. So that means that the MLP is not something new in the market. It's just that not many people cover this. But yet you can see the S&P, which is a global market. Take a look. Yeah. Okay, you can see that this is S&P 500 on 5-minute chart. So initially it just went sideways, then you have a diamond, and then you draw a line. So buy right here, you can buy if you want to. Then after that, the market reversed. When it's below, it's a CCYR. Below OP, you sell. You have to really sell. And sell to where? The first target is KTR -1. Now it missed the MLP by a little bit, yeah, a little bit. Okay, so now what do we have? A new diamond, right? Actually, just had to draw a line. So if the market really stays up, it will go back to here. But vice versa, if the market sells, it will come down to MLP. So this one is to do if you are going to trade this as S&P, then watch out for this signal itself. Okay, someone requested the NASDAQ to be covered also. Never mind, I'll cover this for you too. Okay, let's give a minute. Now, the NASDAQ has a very strong recovery last night. It's very typical. Why? Because you see, the market come down, right? And then it stop here. Then after it recover, ma. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It took 11 days for the market to go up. Within 3 to 4 working days, it came back down already. And you can see that why it stopped there, because this is the low end. So obviously a lot of people, a lot of traders put a stop loss there, and the boys conveniently broke it. Okay, that's how the thing work. All right, that's how the boys play this game. They'll break stops, and then after that, buy back their position if they're on the short side. So that's always the way they trade this game. Yeah. Okay, so today's Nasdaq a bit different. Yeah, let me just explain to you why. Now today the Nasdaq, the opening price you notice is actually above pivot 1. That means that by right above OP is a buy for the Nasdaq. And if you look at it, the next target is MA30 at 19827. Now that's a lot of money, because from where we are right now, OP, if it goes to this 827, it's about 600 points to gain. All right. So will the market go 600 points? Well, it's all possible when the market is performing in this manner. Okay, so just take note of that, yeah, very important. But then, of course, if the market really starts to sell again, then watch out for this 18951. That should be the support. So if the market breaks below OP now and start to go down instead, then this number 18951 will be the very important technical point for support. If the market hang around there, recover, well, I can try a swing trade from the bottom. But if the market breaks below this number, that's it. The selling will bring the market down all the way here, and that is 18,443. Now that's going to be very bad, right? That'll be very, very bad. Okay, let me show you the 5% chart again on the NASDAQ, yeah. Okay, NASDAQ. Now, guys, take a look here yourself. The NASDAQ really followed what we said during last Sunday sharing. I told you, right, Nasdaq will come down to the 85% mark, and truth be told, Nasdaq last really come down to the 85% mark, as we mentioned. And I told you before, right, in the 85% mark, usually there will be a rebound, which is seemingly happen. But again, with what I just shared earlier, if the Nasdaq really close below the 18.5% mark, then the selling can be really drastic to hit this 80%, and that will send the market into a technical bear market for the Nasdaq. Yeah, so this one you just need to take note of this. Okay. Now, as I'm speaking now, both the Dow Jones and the gold is all trading higher. That's how interesting it is. Okay, let's go back. All right, so the Nasdaq is done, gold is done, and then we just cover one more market, and that will be the currency market, which is euro. All right, so I have just checked with I checked with Ames yesterday. They said that because of the Sunday data, this only happened for when the changeover current of the dates. So I checked on my side, the data with the KSI didn't change much, and Ames side is not really wanting to change this data, so we'll leave with it for time being. Now it will not happen again. If it happen again on the Sunday, then I'll make my claim. If not itself, it should be fine. Okay. All right, so the thing is this, for today, you can take a look yourself for the euro. The euro is a DJDD, and the KSI has just turned red. So by right itself, if the market breaks below the MLP, then it'll be heading towards the pivot 2 level. And if that really sell, do be careful. The market can really come down here. So the only way for the currency to behave this is the dollar strengthen. But of course, at the moment now, how do the dollar strengthen? It's a big question mark itself. I don't think though that will happen. Right, so the first target will be pivot 1 at 108,634. That will be the target. Okay, all right, that's for the euro currency. And last one will be got on crude oil. Now, I am really telling you, I'm very bullish on crude oil, even though I'm bearish on the US stock market. So yesterday, crude oil, wow, incredible BNB. It went down first, break the stops here. It went to 69 and below, and then it closed $71. So a very big reversal trade. So now with it above the MA 30, and it's now above MA 200, crude oil should be able to see $72.58 in the near term. And of course, the next number can go with as high as $73.56. Okay, guys, I've been telling you about this crude oil. I think it's a buy, and as long as you follow through, you should be fine. Okay. All right, that'll be all for this morning's session. All right, we will cover the revision. We'll talk about what's KCL very shortly. I'll see you guys in about 1 minute's time. Do not leave this place. Thank you.